Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this frosty Wednesday morning, April 27th. And you can see temperatures in many locations now down around or below freezing. And you can see the frost advisories for portions of the southeast lower Michigan. Again, today will be a pretty cool day. We'll have some sunshine though, and that'll make it feel nicer, although it's going to be on the breezy side. We'll see temperatures in the mid 50s, possibly to around 60 down south. So it will be still below normal by about 5 degrees across many locations. And tomorrow we'll have rain moving in. Well, actually, rain moving in tonight into tomorrow. And with that clouds and rain, tomorrow we'll only have highs struggling to get into the low 50s. And that'll be a good 10 degrees below normal. So very chilly air for tomorrow. And the cool conditions continue right on through the weekend, although we do slightly moderate up towards near normal over the weekend and will be at least near normal for next week. No real warm air in sight, but the pattern is starting to shift around to where we do see some above normal temperatures coming here in about a week and a half or so. So hang in there. As far as the Great Lakes, you can see many locations, again, quite cold, down to 29 in Alma, 27 at Bad Axe, down to 23 in Grayling. So certainly some cold late spring weather across the area. If we look again at the soil conditions across the area, you can see the frost advisory, and you can see some of the temperatures at the 2, the 8, and the 16-inch level, along with the green moisture levels. A couple of sensors again here, Marlette, that we hope to get planted today, hopefully. And you can see again the temperatures at the 2 and 8-inch level, and obviously the 4-inch level, quite cold in the upper 30s to mid 40s. So not in the way of ideal conditions for anything to grow other than perhaps sugar beets. And if we look at the next screen, you can see our normal highs for today. The normal high is 63. The normal low is 39. And if we look at the next slide, you can see some of the growing degree days that we recorded. Not much in the way of additions yesterday. And if we look at the satellite, very interesting. All these powerful storms that developed right on through the overnight hours into this morning. And whenever you see these storms at the tips develop, those are often can be tornadic. And you can see especially a couple of systems here and down here very likely producing tornadoes across that area. If we look at the weather map this morning, you can see our next weather maker out into the plains is going to move to the east along the stationary front. That'll try to lift a little bit farther north. So the most significant rain out of this next system for tonight and tomorrow will be the farther you go south. I think up to a quarter to half inch across those areas, and much less as you head to the north, maybe a tenth to a quarter inch here in mid-Michigan. But we should all see some showers from this system, even a chance for a thunder shower. If we look at the next shot for tomorrow morning, you can see it shows roughly around just south of Muskegon or towards Sandusky. From there south, we could see some thunder showers. These would be normal garden variety, nothing severe as it looks like. And actually, I would not be surprised to see that line a little farther south down towards Lansing south. But anyway, we could see a couple of thunder showers across the area. Again, precipitation amounts, nothing overly impressive. And then by Friday morning, that system will move off to the east, and some showers will hold in as the trough extends back to the north. And that'll continue to keep temperatures quite cool as well, with the clouds and some scattered precipitation, mainly in the morning hours. And then we're going to keep an eye on this next system for late this weekend into early next week. Now, the models have trended a little bit drier with this storm system. The European and Canadian does eject it to the northeast right towards the Great Lakes, and it'd give us a good chance of showers over the weekend, especially from late Saturday night into Monday. Now, the GFS flattens it out, and this will be shearing out as it moves to the northeast, but it keeps it well south, and we would stay high and dry if the GFS or the U.S. model is correct. So that's something we'll keep an eye over the next couple of runs, the 12Z, and then perhaps tomorrow we'll get a better idea. And hopefully the three main models will all come to some sort of an agreement as to where this storm will actually track, whether it's towards the Great Lakes or to the south. If we look at precipitation amounts from the WPC over the next 72 hours, that'd be mainly for the system for tonight and tomorrow. You can see the heavier precipitation will be as you go farther in the state, and conditions, and once you get up to around Clare, Harrison or so, Houghton Lake, Higgins Lake, it'll be dry from there off into the UP. And again, maybe a quarter to possibly a half inch as you get down towards Blissfield and Jasper in southeast lower Michigan. As far as the system that comes in for late this weekend right now, you can see about a tenth or a quarter of an inch from around the Tri-Cities onto the south, and from around Jackson south around a quarter to half inch for that system. So again, the heaviest rains looks like they're going to stay south of us, and that's good news. We need to dry out and warm up our soils here, and I think we'll begin to do that to some degree next week. But I think the week after that we could get quite a bit warmer, as it looks like, and we'll certainly track that over the coming days and into next week. As far as the better news over the 8 to 14 day outlook, you can see it tries to dry things out across much of the area that's been quite wet from the Gulf to the Great Lakes. And as far as temperatures, we start to see that ridge that's up to the north that allows that trough to come underneath to sink a little farther south. And that'll give some of the northern tier states a little bit warmer conditions compared to normal and suppresses the cooler, rainier weather off to the south and east, especially in the beginning of this period. Towards the end, I think they'll start moderating here across the south as well. And better news yet, in the week 3 and week 4 shows much of the central and northern portions of the U.S. to be quite warm, with the best chance of cooler than normal across the far southwest U.S., around Texas, New Mexico, and over towards in the Arizona area, where again I think they'll be cooler mainly because of a little bit more in the way of cloud cover and precipitation. Thanks for stopping by and have yourself a great day, and 73s to all.